The dark side of psychology. The psychology of evil and criminal behavior. The human mind is an amazing depot. It manipulates all enticing operations of creativity, perception, imagination, decision-making, problem-solving, and emotion regulation. Psychology is the deep scientific study of how this fascinating mind influences and changes with thoughts, emotions, and behaviors resulting from various internal and external facts. So, this human mind can act in both effective and adverse ways. Have you guys ever experienced the negative side of psychology? If you are excited to know, join us. So, today in this video, we will explore the dark side of psychology and criminal behavior. Welcome to the Amazed channel. If you are deeply curious, subscribe and let's dive in. The dark side of psychology involves many facts: social, economic, environmental, and personal demons stand as gigantic mists covering the psychological enlightenment of humans. When people encounter disappointment, rejection, traumas, harassment, and financial issues, they feel completely broken. When these heavy demons are unbearable to the human mind, they end up being the victims of the psychology of evil. Guys, think how dangerous this is. Some become entirely silent human beings, wandering aimlessly, without any interest in life. Some become lifetime haters, seeking an opportunity to take revenge on those who hurt them. So, this can create colossal violence and sometimes death as well. Criminal behavior is yet another dark aspect of psychology. Unpleasant childhood trauma, destructive personal behaviors, unresolved conflicts, and sudden desperation in life bonds, poverty lead people to criminals. Hey guys, what is the dark psychology triad? Are you aware of it? 3 overlapping interpersonal disintegration has been recognized as the dark psychology triad, or in other terms, the toxic triad or the malevolent triad. They are psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism. So, let's see what these harmful disorders are. Psychopathy is a personality disorder that comes with the characteristics of deception, callousness, impulsivity, and less empathy. Most psychopaths behave recklessly. They get all the risks at once. They work in the mind of manipulating and exploiting everything. Psychopathy people believe that everyone around them should fulfill their interests. So, they try to make use of the people for their desires. They struggle to make their willings successful, whether it is right or wrong. Though this illness emerged as a psychological disorder, it exhibits a series of bad physical interactions. This creates a harmful effect on the people around them. They are not ready to accept their mistakes and continuously seek their needs. Therefore, their behavior and their thinking patterns become totally aggressive. Also, they can engage in criminal activities through their antisocial misbehavior. Psychopathy is a complex disorder that is difficult to cure. When considering the critical behavior of psychopathy people, it is a challenging task as it always deals with the uncontrolled human mind and its destructive actions. However, there are some medical treatments introduced by physicians. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a treatment modality suitable for psychopathy. Even though the dark psychology triad contains overlapping disorders, psychopathy stands as an outstanding condition that sparks the individual's mentality into pieces. Machiavellianism is the second personality disorder of the dark psychology triad. People who became a victim of Machiavellianism are thoroughly keen on self-interest and fulfilling their goals, whether in a good or wrong approach. They would work unfairly to reach their own goals. So, their whole work is powered by dishonesty, which can create many social and ethical issues. These people are selfish and do not care about the feelings and emotions of the affected parties. They behave in a cunning way to accomplish their petty objectives, bringing a friendly and helpless character into the eyes of the world. So, guys, this is a harmful psychological condition. Think about a situation of an individual who has a goal to be the president of a whole country and rule it according to his desire. He wants to build up a nuclear weapon army for the protection of the country. He is a person who is totally affected by Machiavellianism, and therefore no one can prevent him. He would do everything that he can to obtain control of the country somehow. What tragic situation would arise if this really happened? Surely, it could lead to a world war and a certain number of detrimental deaths. So, guys, this Machiavellianism is such a scary situation. Narcissism is the last personality disorder of the dark psychology triad. This is a psychological illness of seeking attention, respect, admiration, and an exaggerated feeling of pride in oneself. People who get affected by narcissism always are overwhelmed by their identity. They think that they have mighty power in everything and are the most talented of all. They are always overestimating their knowledge, skills, beauty, and valuable things they have, such as jewelry, vehicles, mobile phones, and beautiful dresses. These narcissistic people don't have empathy toward others' feelings and how others become embarrassed at their majestic pride and harsh criticism. They would always try to grow their own circle rich in wealth and prosperity and win the attraction of others. On every occasion, they expect priority and great appreciation. Even though their works are unsuccessful, they should be rewarded with the highest grades. If it was not, they would get angry and most probably the things that may go wrong. In such an unexpected response, they would feel worthless and disappointed. This may put them into another series of psychological trauma. They would go into deep thinking and struggle in the mind why they didn't respect me, why they didn't appreciate me. When this narcissism illness proceeds further, it can affect negatively the other parties as they may try to take revenge on those who didn't express special care. There are some special therapies and counseling processes for narcissism people, conducted by psychiatrists. So guys, criminal behavior is a significant demon lurking in the psychology of evil when we are exploring the dark side of psychology. I think most of you have heard about criminals that occurred in your area or your country. Criminals are illegal, and those who are involved in crimes are subject to incarceration or sentenced to death. But what is the psychological aspect of these criminals? Yeah, mostly criminals happen when someone has envy of somebody to fulfill personal desires, imbalance of quick anger. So, all these causes are directly engaging with the human mind. So, criminal behavior is such a complicated anomaly that arouses social, ethical, biological, and psychological issues. There are bad psychological sides not only before the crime, but also after the crime. People become frustrated when they commit a crime, as they feel guilty that they had killed someone. Even though all the witnesses have vanished and they had the opportunity to live freely without any issue, their mind is filled with shame and anxiety. So, they will go through negative psychological trauma with many flashbacks of the crime they did. This will echo in their mind from time to time. So, mental disorders such as depression and anxiety are rising in their mind. When they cannot bear it anymore and hide what they did, sometimes they choose to suicide. Some may become a victim of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, due to the fear of whether they would get caught by the police. They are living in two minds and always lead a life of disguise. If someone was found to have committed a crime, he also has to face the cognitive psychological aspects. He has to be in prison alone, pay the charges for lawyers, and bear all the accusations raised against him by the affected parties and society as well. This can create big trauma and long-time mental disorders. Also, this is a big social issue, as sometimes criminal behavior may bring the power to someone to commit more crimes. An individual will not feel afraid of killing someone again if he is constantly receiving the freedom to live without any offense. So, the number of people with criminal identities will increase, and this will lead to an increase in hit men in society. So, criminal behavior is a destructive aspect of psychology that unleashes a lot of negative results. Hey guys, I think you are aware of the dark world of psychology. How can we get rid of this? So, let's see what we can do to be saved from the psychology of evil. You should always educate yourself in the areas of psychological traits. You should have confidence in your own intuition and try not to expect compliments from others. Also, you can set boundaries when interacting with people and raise your voice against any violence. Most of the time, you can be involved in mind-relaxing activities such as exercise, aerobics, yoga, and meditation. These mind-soothing activities will reduce your unnecessary stress and energize your mind with positive vibes. If you need more assistance, don't hesitate to contact a psychiatrist or a trusted authority. So, guys, hope you gained a deep awareness in the journey of delving into the dark world of psychology. So, let's try to create a safe society with less crimes and mindful people. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.